Hello friends, Namaskar मित्रांनो. Into my one video, Verb Part 1, we have seen two types of verb. These are action verb and to be verb. Into my another video, Verb Part 2, we have seen that is another two types of verb. These are transitive verb and intransitive verb. Today, आज आपण काय बघणार आहोत? Another two types of verb. These are finite verb and non-finite verb. Okay, if you are new or if you want to see again these two videos, verb part 1 and verb part 2, then go to description, links are available. Okay, so let's start today's class. चला तर मग आजचा क्लास आपण सुरू करूया. So first we need to understand what is finite verb. Definition: when the form of the verb can be changed as per the tense and as per the subject, that types of verb is known as a finite verb. म्हणजेच टेन्स नुसार किंवा सब्जेक्ट नुसार वर्बचा फॉर्म हा बदलत जातो. That is called finite verb. Okay, we just try to understand with an example this definition. Example is Jeevan cooks Maggie. It's very simple sentence. What's the verb into that sentence? Obviously cooks. Okay, so this verb cooks indicating the tense simple present tense, and this verb has a subject here Jeevan. Okay, so into the definition, first thing is given as per the tense verb form can be changed. So when we just change the tense of this verb cooks into present continuous tense, then the sentence can be like this way: Jeevan is cooking Maggie. So cooks converted into or changed into is cooking. Okay, and the second part of the definition is when the subject is also changed, then also the form of the verb can be changed. So when we change the subject of this sentence also from Jeevan to they, then what can be the verb form here? They cook Maggie. So yes form was there into the first sentence, but it is changed into the cook. So like this way, when we change the subject and when we change the tense of the sentence, then the verb form can be also changed. That's why this type of verbs can be known as a finite verb. Okay, so from this example we have to understand some features of finite verb. These are: number 1, it has subject; number 2, it shows tense of the sentence; number 3, it works as main verb or supporting verb; and number 4, it can change as per the tense and as per the subject. Okay, some more examples. Number 1, team played well. Number 2, the world has beautiful nature. Number 3, Ankit tells a story. Okay, into these three sentences, what are the finite verbs? Into the first sentence, played; into the second sentence, has; and into the third sentence, tells. So these all three verbs are here work as a finite verb. Okay, so that's about finite verb. Now we will turn towards the second type of verb, that is a non-finite verb. How can we define this concept? It is totally opposite to finite verb. बरोबर, finite verb च्या opposite हे non-finite verb असतं. How can we define? Definition: the verb which is not finite is called as a non-finite verb. म्हणजेच जो verb finite नसतो त्याला आपण non-finite verb असं आपण म्हणू शकतो. Okay, so what can be the features of non-finite verb? याचे features काय होऊ शकतात? Number 1, it cannot show any tense. Number 2, it does not have any subject. Number 3, it cannot work as a main verb or helping verb. And number 4, it not change as per the tense or as per the subject. So these are the features of non-finite verb. Okay, with an example, we just try to understand non-finite verb. For example, I like swimming. So just focus on this sentence now. Swimming is here non-finite verb. What are the reasons? Swimming, it is not working as a main verb into the sentence. It is not showing the tense of the sentence. And if we change the subject from I to we like swimming, the swimming word cannot be changed. म्हणजे we हा word घेतला तरी सुद्धा swimming हा word आहे तसा राहतो. So that's why this word swimming is here known as a non-finite verb. Okay. Non-finite verb has 3 types. Number 1, infinitive. Number 2, gerund. And number 3, participle. Participle has sub 2 types. Number 1, present participle, and number 2, past participle. So these are the some types of non-finite verb. Okay, now these 3 types of non-finite verb we will discuss in detail. First, infinitive. It's very simple to remember infinitive form of the verb. Simply the format of this verb is a 2 plus verb. म्हणजेच 2 plus verb form जर असेल, then that can be here infinitive form. For example, to play, to go, to catch, to smile, okay, to speak, to run. These are the some infinitive forms of the verb which have 2 plus verb form. Okay, we will have some sentences also, like number 1, I like to play. Number 2, they want to read story. And number 3, children started to shout loudly. Into the first sentence, to play. Second sentence, to read. And into the third sentence, to shout. So these are the 2 plus verb forms are there into these 3 sentences. So they are here infinitives of the verb. Okay. Second type of verb, that is gerund. Gerund is simply V plus ing form. म्हणजेच verbs ing form असेल, that is called gerund form when it's work as a noun into the sentence. Okay. For example, swimming, running, playing, watching. These are the some ing form of the verbs, but they can be worked as a noun into the sentence instead of verb. म्हणजे verb च्या ऐवजी noun म्हणून हे verb काय करतात, sentence मध्ये काम करतात. At that time they are known as a gerund form of the verb. We have some examples. Number 1, swimming is a good exercise. Number 2, fighting to each other is not a good thing. Number 3, I like telling stories. And number 4, writing poems is my hobby. Okay. Into these 4 sentences, what's actually the gerund? Into the first sentence, swimming. Into the second sentence, fighting. Into the third sentence, telling. And into the fourth sentence, writing. So these all words are working as a noun into these sentences. That's why these words are known as a gerund here. Okay, so that's about gerund. The third type of non-finite verb is a participle. We already have seen that it has 2 types. Number 1, present participle, and number 2, past participle. We will discuss now first part of participle, that is a present participle now. The format of present participle verb is a V plus ing as like a gerund. But what's exactly the difference between gerund and a present participle here? Gerund, V plus ing form works as a noun into a sentence, but present participle also verb plus ing form, it's actually work as an adjective into the sentence. We already know that what is adjective. Okay, so especially present participle works as a adjective into a sentence. With an example, we just try to understand present participle. Like, he has a new writing pad. Just focus on this sentence now. What's actually the verb which has ing form? Obviously, writing. Okay, so V plus ing form is there, writing, and this word writing is actually describing to the noun pad. Okay, so as like writing pad, so writing is working as an adjective into this sentence. That's why this V plus ing form is here present participle. Okay, we have some more examples like, I like to see flying kite. Number 2, it is a moving object. And number 3, my friends are in a drawing room. What are the present participles into these 3 sentences? Into the first sentence, flying is a present participle because it's describing to the noun kite. Okay. Into the second sentence, moving is a present participle because it's describing to the noun object. And into the third sentence, drawing is a present participle because it's describing to the noun room. Okay, so like this way, when we use V plus ing form as an adjective into the sentence, that can be known as present participle. Okay, then we will turn towards the second type of participle, that is a past participle. What is exactly past participle? That is simply the third form of the verb. म्हणजे वर्बचा तिसरा फॉर्म असेल, थर्ड फॉर्म असेल तर आपण त्याला पास्ट पार्टिसिपल असं म्हणतो. बट हियर व्हॉट्स ॲक्च्युअली द वर्क ऑफ दिस पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म into the non-finite verb, that is simply this is also work as a adjective into the sentence instead of verb. Okay, generally V3 form we use into the perfect tense or into the passive voice. Perfect tense आणि passive voice मध्ये जनरली आपण V3 फॉर्म हा यूज करतो. बट इन टू हियर नॉन-फायनाइट वर्ब याच्यामध्ये आपण V3 form कसा म्हणून यूज करतो? As an adjective into the sentence. Okay, with an example we just try to understand this type. For example, colored painting looks very beautiful. Focus on this sentence now. What's actually the third form of the verb is here? Obviously colored. Colored हा कलरचा V3 फॉर्म आहे and this word is working as an adjective because this word is describing to the noun painting. Painting या वर्डला काय करत आहे? Colored हा वर्ड डिस्क्राइब करत आहे. That's why colored, this word is working as a adjective into this sentence. That's why here it is a non-finite verb about past participle. Okay, we have some more examples like, it is a broken object. Number 2, monkey got an eaten mango. Number 3, I like fried rice. And number 4, students join English spoken class. Okay, so what are the past participle forms of the verb into these sentences? Into the first sentence, broken. Into the second sentence, eaten. Into the third sentence, fried. And into the fourth sentence, spoken. These are the past participles form of the verb, but these are working as an adjective because these words are describing to the noun into these 4 sentences. Okay, so that's about past participle here. So what actually we have seen today, that is verbs another 2 types, that is first finite verb and second non-finite verb. So non-finite verbs also 3 types we have seen, that is infinitive, gerund and participle. Participle has 2 types, present participle and past participle. Okay.